Hello and welcome to the Sounds of Salisbury podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Ellen.
We're here to bring you the sounds of the Salisbury music scene.
And the voices of the community.
Yeah, the voices of the community. We like the community. Community is good. I hope you're all right in your community, wherever that may be. I'm on it today.
I'm guessing.
I hope so. Well, who knows?
Who
you
knows?
Could be anywhere just going, this place Salisbury sounds pretty good.
It is, truly.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's a beautiful
It's
place.
Cool. So, don't ask me why I'm like this. I don't know.
It's been a long work day.
It has been a long work day. So, it has. And I'm sure you guys, you get home and you crack open a little beverage or a glass of wine, but you don't then settle down to record a podcast, which is stupid. Anywho, Ellen, what is today's podcast called and why?
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Alex. This podcast is called Transition.
Okay.
And I'm going to read you a little quote first from a website that I came across.
Okay.
And the quote is, "Transition is all about moving away from a system that values profit over people and strives to empower communities to shape their lives from providing their own sustainable power, housing and community services to grow food, rewild public spaces and share resources to prosper together."
Wow. Some heavy duty stuff there.
It's powerful.
It is.
Powerful message. And that is exactly what these people are trying to do. So
okay. These people being
Salisbury Transition City.
Okay. So I've heard of them.
I should think so.
Yeah, because I believe we've spoken to them before.
We have, about 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Evie and Brad do a thing called Share Salisbury, where you can acquire items that you either can't afford to buy, have got nowhere to store. So you go and pay to borrow items that you don't own.
And cheaper, obviously.
And cheaper. Well, it's definitely cheaper to hire things and buy things.
Absolutely. Love it. And they're also directors on Transition City. So we thought they've got a lot coming on. They've got a lot going on recently and coming up. So why don't we have a little chat to them? So it's either going to be Eva, or it's going to be Brad, or it's going to be both. You'll have to find out.
Stay tuned.
After the break. Should we do that break or should we do that break? Oh, let's keep on guessing. That one. Okay.
Hello. Welcome to the Sounds of Salisbury.
Hello, thanks.
Or should I say welcome back to the Sounds of Salisbury?
A 2-time attendee.
Yeah.
Your medal is in the post.
Am I the only person that's been on twice?
No, we've had oh crikey.
So Amelia in colour, she's been on twice.
She
Georgie
has.
Amelia.
Yeah.
And I think Becca Moore's been on twice, hasn't she?
I can't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, we've had a couple of people.
We've had a couple of people,
that have returned for more.
Nice.
Yeah. They haven't blocked us, so we've gone back to them. So
yeah,
bless them.
Okay, so the reason we've got you on the podcast, again, it's a fly. Apologies for that. Is because we're going to talk about Salisbury Transition City today. So my first question for listeners that don't know is, what is or who is Transition Salisbury?
Well, it's a community interest company, but it's basically a bunch of local volunteers who want to help start really good projects in Salisbury that helps the environment. So we see ourselves as a little bit of a catalyst, and we kind of welcome project groups. So if anyone has a good idea and think this would be really great for Salisbury, the local community, the local environment, wildlife, anything like that, they can come to us and we go, brilliant idea, how can we help you get started? So that's kind of it in a nutshell, really.
Yes, brilliant. So you've been going since 2014, I saw on the website. So that means you're coming up to, or you have your 10th anniversary.
Absolutely. So I haven't been involved since the very start. Firstly, it was something called Agenda 21, and it was a group of local people in Salisbury, and they did kind of a yearly sustainability fair in the Guild Hall once a year. And I think I came on board around 2020 or 2021, and it was a new group of us. And that's kind of where people in the park started as well. So it's kind of we took it on all fresh face, and like, how do we build on the sustainable roadshow that they do in the Guild Hall, and they had done for years and years, and like, how do we kind of make that more accessible, more interesting, more fun? And that's where we came up with the idea for people in the park.
That's a brilliant idea. So I was going to ask, actually, what do you feel your biggest achievement is for Transition Salisbury?
Oh, I think as a group, people in the park, it's something that we've done for the last 3 years. So it's something that basically, oh, look, there we go. I was like, what's happening there? It's something that we really enjoy as a group. And I think a lot of the groups and the businesses and the people who attend really enjoy it as well. So it's really a bit of fun, but it is kind of based around education, sustainable, supporting local business, local craftspeople, all of that thing. So we kind of bring them all to the park and do it in a sustainable as possible way, because it's impossible to be perfect. So the stages are powered by electric car battery. And last year we had a snack stall that was powered by a solar array on a trailer, which was quite interesting.
Wow. That so we were going to move on to people in the park in a minute. Because no, that's fine. We can put around here and there. I mean, that is the event coming up, so that is what we're going to definitely be pushing and what's going on. I was going to ask whether you'd used the car battery before to power the stages. Is this something you did last year then as well?
Yeah, so we did it last year and previous years. And the first year we ever did it, so it was Christian, who provides the stages and all the equipment, who runs all the kit. Basically, I don't know if he designed it or if someone had designed it and he had got this piece of equipment that basically plugs into a car battery and can take some of the power out of it and then power things. So we kind of trialed it the first year and we're like, oh, that works. Okay, we've still got loads of car battery left to drive home again. And then last year we were sponsored by Hendy. So Hendy lent us some of their electric cars as well. And yeah, we're doing the same again this year. So it will be powered, I think, by Christian's car again. And yeah, hopefully we have enough power still.
One car battery, is it? Is
yes.
it just one? Yeah, because you go to do events with stages and they've got these enormous generators out the back. So when I read that you were doing it on a car battery, I was quite bamboozled by the idea on actually how that would work. So I'm very intrigued to see the setup when we get there on the day.
There's definitely a trying to get your head around that sort of thing, but it's a genius idea, and it ties in superbly with what you're trying to achieve, which is just fantastic. Yeah. It really is.
So the other thing you say on the website is you're tackling things on a grassroots level, and I love that terminology. As an ex-football manager myself, when I did football, everything grassroots approach, and I think a lot of people don't really know where to start in terms of their own lifestyle to be sustainable. So if you had sort of one tip right here, right now for a listener to kind of go, well, actually, if you just did this one thing that would make you more sustainable, what would it be?
Oh, that's such a difficult question. So I guess it depends what you're already doing as well. So, for example, if someone walked to work and back every day, but was flying on holiday 10 times a year, then I would say cut your flying. But then if someone is, and I don't say stop flying, just maybe see if you can get a train every now and again. And then, yeah, so flying's quite a big one. Also driving your car quite a lot, and depending on what kind of car you have, yeah, there's so many things, but it's kind of difficult because while you want to kind of help people and advise, it's difficult because once you say, oh, you shouldn't be flying on holiday, like everyone needs to go on holiday, like, but it's just kind of doing that within reason. And maybe if you decide to go on a long haul flight, then maybe decide to walk to work 2 days a week instead of driving every day. And it's kind of like a bit of a balance. But what I would suggest anyone did firstly is there's a really cool app called Geeky Zero, and it's a really easy way of measuring your carbon footprint. So depending on what your lifestyle is, that will then ping out a number and kind of say, oh, this is causing quite a lot of CO2. Why not think about doing that? So yeah, I would say measure your carbon footprint, and some of the things might surprise you as to how much carbon is emitted.
Yeah. Wow. Do you use that app then, do you?
I do, yes. The last time I logged in was a little while ago, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think some people find the idea of lowering their carbon footprint a little bit daunting. I know I do. I don't drive all the way to work. I drive part because we live in Durrington. I work in Salisbury. So I drive part of the way and I walk the rest of the way. I'm not going to say it's for sustainability. It's because parking in town is so expensive.
Yeah.
But in park and rides, there are other options rather than taking your car into town. So yeah, maybe just people look outside the box a little bit and think, how can I can lower my footprint? We'll have to definitely.
It's all like just making small changes. So a lot of people doing a lot of small changes has a big impact. So yeah, it is really daunting, and some things that you wouldn't necessarily think has a lot of carbon produced from that does. So like fridges, they produce a lot of carbon, but I'm not saying bin your fridge because we all need cold food. Air conditioning units, they use a lot as well. But yeah, I think it's really interesting. The thing with the with Geeky Zero is you can put in all your kind of like lifestyle habits, and then you can kind of see which is the biggest. And if you wanted to reduce it from there, then you've got the information in order to do so.
Excellent. Cool. So you said at the beginning that when we were talked about what is Transition Salisbury, and you said people come to you with ideas and then you basically see how can we implement them, how can we help with your ideas. Is there any areas of the community that you're looking at that you want them to come with ideas to you? Any particular businesses or areas?
That's very interesting. We've currently got a project on the go called the Green Business Awards. So it's a project that myself and Sophia Karlberg are running. And the idea is to that the businesses come forward, they complete a questionnaire. We have a look at the answers that they've given as to what things they're already doing and compare that to what things that they could also be doing. Once they've completed the questionnaire, they get a really handy 40-page information toolkit that took forever to put together because it's a minefield. But it is just really kind of friendly, easy, tangible ideas that businesses might want to adopt in order to be more sustainable. The idea is that businesses that are really sustainable get an award. So the only issue with that project is that the majority of the businesses that have completed the questionnaire and come forward and engaged in it are the businesses who are actually doing quite a lot for the environment, so are trying to get the award. What would be really, really good is if we could get businesses who haven't even yet started on their journey to sustainability, because it's a really interesting, I say interesting, but it's a really long, interesting information toolkit. And we really want to try and help businesses who haven't had time to even think about doing anything, to try and get them started, even making small changes here and there. But yeah, that would probably be the area of the community that would be most interested to engage with businesses who haven't even thought about the environmental impact of their business.
Amazing. Yeah, I will throw that out. So as we said, we have interviewed you before for Share Salisbury, and a few years on, so I think it's 3 years now. How's Share Salisbury going?
It's really good. Yeah, we're quite busy at the moment. It gets to, you can tell when the weather gets better because our scarifier and aerator and lawnmowers have been booked out back to back for the last 2 months. As soon as the weather got a bit nicer, it's right. Yeah, it's really nice. We've got over 1,200 people signed up with an online account, so there's quite a few people who are aware of us, and yeah, it's just going really great. Thank you.
Excellent. So you're still in the same storage unit that you were last time we spoke? Because I think you just moved, hadn't you, into a bigger unit? Is that right?
Yeah.
So you were on where does Logan work? Churchfields. That's it. You were on Churchfields.
We're still in Wessex Community Action's unit. We're borrowing a corner of their big unit out the back, which is very kind of them. And yeah, I think if I was speaking to you about 3 years ago, I think my house was probably full of donated items, and I was really looking forward to getting them all into the unit so I could have my house back.
Well, at least you've got that, so that's brilliant. So let's move on then to the big event that's coming up at the weekend. So on Saturday, this Saturday, May the 18th, you are doing your 4th People in the Park.
Yeah, is it the 4th one? Oh gosh, I was like,
yeah, I do believe it is.
Oh gosh, yeah, really excited, and it's 10 a.m. It says there on the screen, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 18th of May, Queen Elizabeth Gardens, and there's 2 stages. So we've got a youth stage, which is run by Becca Moore, who you mentioned earlier. She's brilliant. She's done that every year since we started as well, and get some really good young local musicians on the youth stage. The stall holders are a mix of community groups, charities, and local businesses. And we have 3 food stalls this year, which I'm really excited about. So we've got a barbecue, an Indian street food, and a pizza place.
Yeah, I've been following it on Facebook. I love the continuity in your posts. So as soon as a new vendor or food place is come up on my stream, it's instantly identifiable with the way you've set up your posters, which I think is brilliant. And I'm like, oh, clicking in. So who's that? So yeah, from people that are making handcrafted jewelry to people selling solar powers. Yeah, big mix. Has it grown much? Because I haven't been to previous years, but it appears from where I'm looking to be much bigger than it has been previously.
It is, yeah. So every year we kind of squeeze a few more stall holders in, and you can tell that it's kind of it's a bit more out there, because we get lots of people coming forward and saying, oh, hi, I'd really like a stall at People in the Park, which we didn't have the first or second year because people didn't know what we were doing, who we were. Yeah, it's definitely grown.
Yeah, well, we're very excited because we've had the honour of being asked to host the main stage.
Yay!
So we will be
looking
there.
forward to it. Very, very much looking forward to it. I think just to be able to, because we want to get there really early. You said there it starts at 10 o'clock. We want to get there ultra early so we can go around and get an idea of the stall holders, talk to them, and really just get a feel for it as it all starts. And then obviously introducing the bands and the acts. And you've got some fantastic music. So from my perspective of the podcast, it's about the music and it's about the community as well, in fairness. But,
yeah, there's also a couple of talkers. People doing
talks as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you've really put so much effort and detail into bringing people in, and then it allows you to put the cause across as well. It's about getting people in first, and then saying, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what it's all about, and what you're watching today is being powered by an electric battery from a car. That suddenly will just sort of blow people's minds. I think it'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, it's blown mine.
And you've picked the right weekend as well, because it's going to be a scorcher.
Do you reckon? I hope.
I think so. I reckon it will.
Fingers crossed.
It has to be, because it's going to be amazing, and we're there, so it has to be nice.
You're bringing the sunshine.
I'm going to bring the sunshine. Of course.
And I don't want to jinx it, but we haven't had a rainy People in the Park yet, touch wood. So I think, we are lucky. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So apart from the music and the talkers and the stalls, it was also mentioned to us about a grant awards. So you're giving away some grants.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah. It is something that we're doing new this year. We've basically had some funding released by one of our sponsors, and we are wanting to kind of help projects get started, or help them move along, or help them grow. And the idea is anyone who attends as a stallholder, if they're already doing a project that could do with a bit more funding, or if they have got a new idea for a project that they want to start that's either good for the local wildlife, to do with renewable energy, things like that, then they just need to send us a bid. I think we've had about seven of the stalls bidding so far, so there's been some interest there. And there's 3 levels. So the top level will be 750, then there's a 500 and a 250, all available. And we want to kind of help projects financially. Where we're just volunteers, we can't all do everything. So it's about kind of providing a financial stepping stone to try and help people get good things going, basically.
Excellent.
These are going to be voted for on the day, is that right?
Yes, that's the plan. We're trying to work out the details of how that voting system is going to work, but basically we're going to ask people who come along to People in the Park to select the project idea that they want to receive the funding. So there's talk of people having 3 votes, but we haven't got that kind of sorted out yet. It's not last minute at all, don't worry. It's all very organised.
It'll all come together.
Cardboard
boxes and just put a coin in it.
That's kind of what we're thinking.
It'll be brilliant. It will be brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about this. We're very excited, and I hope that the weather stays fine, the people come out, and people come away with some ideas on how they can be more sustainable themselves, how they can get involved with Transition Salisbury City, and let's make Salisbury even better than it is.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Eva. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Hello. She was lovely. She was not pushy. She is clearly very passionate about sustainability in Salisbury, but she's not in your face with it at all. And I admire her reserve.
Yeah, like you said, really clearly something very passionate that all of them, everyone that's involved, has to be. Otherwise, you kind of wouldn't do it. But yeah, I think sometimes people can be too passionate about that sort of thing, and then it feels like it's kind of preachy.
Yeah.
But not at all. Eva, absolutely wonderful to chat with her.
Yeah.
Again.
Amazing. So yeah. I have during that I have looked it up. So Geeky Zero. Get it on your app store. So you sign up, just answer a few little questions. Why are you pointing at me?
I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing at the screen. Look.
There it is. See? So Geeky Zero.
Yeah,
download the app, see what your footprint is, see how you can make some small changes to make a big difference. I mean, I think back to lockdown, and the sky was just clearer.
Yeah.
The seas were clearer, and I think you've got to understand that if the cars aren't on the roads and the planes aren't in the skies, and it does make a difference to the planet. I think we saw it. You can't argue with it.
There was definitely positivity there, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But
so
yes,
we're really looking forward to going to People in the Park on Saturday. So if you come along, do say hello to us and tell us what you think of what we're doing.
Oh, that's a loaded thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it could be.
It could be quite dodgy.
Talking about what we're doing, this is something that Alex does all the time, all the weeks. I mean, I do occasionally do it.
Yeah, I don't do it all the time. You take the reins.
Yeah. So what have you got for us today on your top 10?
It's the top 10. It's the bit you've all been dreading.
Oh, they've been switched off now.
Bye. So we've spoken to Eva, Transition City, and you've got People in the Park, you've got Share Salisbury. All of this is all kind of intertwined. When I kind of look at that sort of thing, my first port of call is recycling. And obviously, when it comes to the podcast, other than recycled tapes, recycled tapes, and probably some of the jokes that I drop have probably been used a million times before. It's music, and so I thought, how can I tie this in? And so, for your delight and amusement, we have the top 10 best covers of all time. Apparently, allegedly, according to a list that I've just put together, because covers of recycled songs.
I get your logic.
Yeah. Okay. And the great thing about this, and the great thing about music and anything, is that it's it's just an opinion, because somebody could go, "Oh, actually, you forgot this. How can that not be in the top 10?" And it's like, "Oh God, yeah, that's a great song. Why didn't I think of that?" So, if you do think of any that aren't on the list, let us know.
I probably already know one that you've probably not put on your list.
Ooh, really? Okay. Well, we won't go
see if it's on the list.
We won't go down that route yet.
I'll let you know what it is after.
Well, let's start. Let's start at number 10. And at number 10, we have these guys, Muse, and they did a fantastic cover of a song by Anthony Newley and Leslie Racuso called "Feeling Good." This is an absolute banger of a tune. Wonderful. If you're just struggling to get up in the morning, you bung it on and it just slowly lifts you out of bed, and then boom, like a big cup of coffee. It's incredible.
What is the song? Sing it to me.
No.
A little bit?
Nobody needs. Well, it's funny you should bring that up.
Okay.
Because all of these songs and the original song that they've covered will be on a playlist that I've put together on Spotify and Spotify, an Apple Tunes, as Andy says, called SOS-Recycle. So it's just a Spotify playlist. You can have a listen to all of them on there, which I'm sure Ellen will be doing later.
I will now, yeah.
You will now. So that's my number 10. Here we go with number 9, James Taylor. So his song, I always presumed it was his song, You've Got a Friend. It was actually an original song by Carole King.
Which is cool. Carole King is.
Carole King's wonderful vocalist from back in the day.
Okay, is that You've Got a Friend?
Yeah.
So, like,
no, that's no, not that.
Okay.
Not that one. No.
Not the one from Toy Story.
You've got a friend. Dum, 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 dum.
You'll get you singing. Carry on.
Winter, spring, summer.
Oh, that one.
There we go.
It's a great song.
Apologies. There. Moving swiftly on. Another song that I didn't actually know was a cover, and this might shock a few people. At number 8, that's number 7. Number 8, Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. This is a cover of a song by Robert Hazard.
Great song. I knew it was a cover. I don't think I've ever heard the original. But
really? You knew it was a cover?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Wow, you should be doing the
That
music
one
stuff.
I knew.
God, because I did not know that. We just got a sneak peek at number 6. The Run DMC Boys. And it's Walk This Way. Originally by Aerosmith, and then Run DMC did it and kind of then brought Aerosmith in. The video, loved the video back in the day, with the two behind different walls, playing the same song, trying to outdo each other, and then smashing through the walls at the end of the video to actually play the tune together. It's absolutely banging.
Oh, I'm definitely going to look at that.
It's absolutely banging. It's really, really cool. Really cool. So that is number 7. I might have said 6. I don't know. You know me. I don't tend to. I don't. Yeah, I know. I'm rubbish. I've even written them down, so I don't understand how I messed it up. But anyway, number 6. This man is fantastic, or was fantastic. The incredible Jeff Buckley did a wonderful version of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Was very fortunate to see him live at Glastonbury before he passed away quite a while ago. But brilliant. If you go and check out his music, he was so talented and extremely talented, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful song. At number 5, here we go. Johnny Cash, Hurt. His cover of a 9 Inch Nails classic.
Okay.
Again, absolutely brilliant. I mean, he's done 1,000,000,001 songs, but this is probably one song that he's done, the most that people
about, for that and Girl Named Sue.
Girl Named Sue, which I don't think was a cover, so that's good.
Probably not. No, I didn't know he's not renowned for covers, is he?
No. So number 4, Soft Cell.
Okay.
For all you 80s lovers out there,
yeah,
Soft Cell.
It's got to be
Tainted Love. Yes, that was a song originally done by Gloria Jones.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, you know,
I'm intrigued to hear the original.
I'm sure they're very, very different, but there you go. I said number 3.
Same outfits though.
Quite possibly. At number 3, we have got the legendary Aretha Franklin. So RESPECT.
Was that a
Respect.
cover?
That was a cover because it was originally done by Otis Redding.
Oh, okay.
But she made it massively famous. She made it right. Yeah. If you say that song, the person you think of is Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely brilliant. Number 2, another one where you kind of go, oh, somebody mentions the song. This is the person you think of. Whitney Houston. And the song
that she covered from Dolly Parton.
So featured on Bodyguard. It was number 1 for like 7 billion weeks in the UK. But I mean, a stunning version.
Oh, gorgeous.
Dolly Parton's was very country, but this was absolutely fantastic.
I think even in the film, Bodyguard film, didn't they dance to the song? And it was Dolly Parton's version.
They danced to the original
They
version.
did, yeah.
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
her and Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner,
Costner. Okie dokie. And then number one, I have strong feelings about this song, because not only did we manage to see this wonderful artist at Camp Festival a few years ago, before she passed away, but I also did my own version of it during lockdown.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying about that.
Oh.
Sinead O'Connor and
the shower scene.
The shower scene, yeah. Sinead O'Connor and the brilliant Nothing Compares to You. So it was originally recorded by a band called The Family. It was written by Prince. And the Family actually disbanded a few months after their debut album was released. And so it just never really got picked up. And then Prince passed it on to Sinead O'Connor. And I think Prince actually recorded it as well. And that's the version that's on the playlist, because you just can't find the Family on there at all. But that is my number one. It's a brilliant song and just absolutely made her.
Oh,
absolutely made her. I'm not sure if I can't remember if I read something that she actually essentially didn't like it in the end. I'm not sure, but
I think that's true for a lot of artists. Yeah. If they play the same song again and again and again, they end up hating it.
Quite possibly.
And she actually really did cry probably during the last few times.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Sang it.
But that is my top 10 recycled songs, top 10 covers.
Thank you. I'm definitely going to go on to Spotify.
Check it out. SOS.
I agree.
-recycle. Go and check out the playlist. It's all there for you. Yes. So that's nearly it. Nearly. Two things. Number one, on Saturday, if you're not doing anything, get yourself down to Lizzie Gardens. People in the park.
Yes.
You can come and say hello to us. You can listen to some live music from some excellent performers. Signature Vision, Becca Moore, who was mentioned earlier. Evolution Choir are going to be there. Rosie J is going to be on the youth stage. You can go and check her out. Loads and loads of things. Plus all of the stalls, all of the businesses that are going to be there. In this whole umbrella of sustainability and Transition City. So please pop along. And then if you're not too busy on the Sunday, from 3 o'clock until 8 o'clock at the Old Mill at Harnham, we are delighted to present Salisbury Live's Acoustic Sunday. I'll be proper proud to have been asked by Colin and Salisbury Live to put this together and to host it. And we have a wonderful lineup.
It's lineup.
So we've got.
Well, we would say that.
Well, we would say it because we chose it, obviously. So we have In Colour, who was on the podcast a few weeks ago. So she will be doing a set for us. We then have Giles Houski. We love Giles. He's got an incredible voice, and he'll be perky and loving every minute of it. James Stretch, who was on the podcast last week. He's going to be doing a set for us. You cannot miss that, because he is going to be brilliant. It's going to be buzzing, absolutely superb. The wonderful Near Nichols is going to be performing for you live.
I've seen her for ages.
It's been a long time. Yeah. So we got that's just a fantastic treat. And then we have, to finish, we have a little set from Cameron and Nicole, a wonderful duo. And oh God, they've also on the podcast. Yes. And then to finish, a one-off. They probably will not do this ever again. But the boys from Love Is Enough are going to be doing a short acoustic set for us of their songs, or some of their songs, and who knows what they're going to do. But that's going to be a real treat, because it's just completely out of their comfort zone. And that's what we wanted. We wanted to bring something completely different. People that don't normally play in and around Salisbury, and then somebody that's going to do something completely different. And we are buzzing.
Absolutely buzzing.
And they were our
Really
literally our picks. They were the people we wanted.
Yeah.
And we've got them. Oh, we've been talking over Sinead O'Connor the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, it's what it is.
They probably want to see that face than ours.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, please come along, come and say hello. We've got the brilliant Brian Mundy from BSM Stage Tech providing all the equip, and he'll be up for it. Bless him. Hopefully the sun will be shining. And we'll just have a wonderful time. It's just going to be a really cool event. So please come along. It's
going to be a great weekend. A very busy weekend.
Very busy weekend. I think there's loads and loads of stuff going on in Salisbury on the Saturday as well. So the Avon Brewery and the Georgian Dragon and Hope and Anchor, I think, all with regards to Salisbury Live out and about. So please check the Salisbury gig guides. Everything is in there. And that, I'm going to shut up now.
Yes.
I'm going to let Ellen say goodbye, and then we're gone.
Goodbye.
And we're gone.
We're not gone yet. Goodbye.
Go on, one more.
Do you want to do the outro music before you end recording?
Oh, man.
One last time.